You're watching the Illinois Players Show on Fan Media. I'm Patrick Quinn, and he's Marcus Liberty. Okay, Marcus, schedule time. You know how I love to look ahead. I know as a player, you're one game at a time, but I love looking ahead at the schedule because, oh my goodness, 5 games. We're talking at Michigan Tuesday night, followed up with Thursday at Nebraska. That Nebraska game senior night at State Farm Center. Then Illinois hits the road for 3 tough games, my friend. Wisconsin, Michigan, and Ohio State.
Wow. That's all I'm going to say. Wow.
That's a buzzsaw.
If they really want a chance to win it, they got to pretty much win every single game.
So let's compartmentalize this a little bit. If we're thinking one game at a time, cliche. Okay, that's what we'll do here. We're looking at Michigan State, Tom Izzo. Michigan State's not your grandfather's Michigan State, my Michigan State, your Michigan State. They're just weird this year. But they can still beat you when you least expect it. They did that this past weekend.
You know, I know Izzo. He's not throwing in the towel.
Oh, no.
He's looking at it as, let's get him now.
Let's ruin somebody's season, right?
Let's ruin it. Let's do it now. Illinois is hot. Let's see what they all about.
Well, see, and here's what I'm also thinking about, Marcus. This Michigan State team could be the type of team that ruins people's days and then sneaks into the tournament and then ruins more people's days.
I see it. You can see that this is what Izzo's plan is. The 10 tournament, let's go in there and win it.
So then you play Nebraska. Nebraska's a team they beat by 30-some points, but this is the Big Ten, as you know, my friend. You can't go in there thinking you're just going to put 30 on them again.
No, you can't approach what you did last game to the next game. This is the Big Ten. You can't do that. You can't do that.
And Wisconsin, same thing. They put 20-plus points, close to 30 on them before. Same thing. But then Michigan.
You see Wisconsin. Wisconsin is a top 25 team.
Yes, they are. They still like to slow the game down. They're still going to try and get in the heads of Illinois. But how do you get around that as a player?
Mentally, you just got to prepare yourself. And I think Underwood is doing just that. I heard him after the last game. He came in the locker room and said, this is one of our best games. And we're not going to get too high. And we know we still got some work to do. I think when you start talking like that to your players, not letting them get settled, meaning we good now. We one of the top teams in the program history, top 5 in the country. We can relax now. He's not letting them do that.
Can't do that. It's so weird too when you think about it. The lack of blue bloods that are going to be in the NCAA tournament. I think maybe the only one that may get in is Kansas, and that's not even a for sure.
Yeah, with the times we're in now, Patrick, it's hard. A lot of these so-called prima donna players, they love playing in front of fans.
True, that's the big difference.
You have some guys that love to do pickup basketball and love to play a lot. Those are the teams you see winning, because some guys, I know it because I used to do that. I used to love playing, and it doesn't matter who I was playing in the arena or who was at the gym. I just wanted to play. And you can see that with a lot of teams. And defense is big to me because I watch a lot of the games and they all play great defense. Illinois is one of those teams.
And they're going to have to show up on March 2nd, Tuesday, March 2nd, when Illinois plays on the road at Michigan. Now, let me bring up a couple things because this whole Michigan thing is a sore subject with Illinois fans. Because the last time Illinois was slated to play Michigan, all of a sudden the program went on coronavirus lockdown. Now, I'm never going to play down the coronavirus, ever, never. But the team went on a pause. The whole entire program whether you're women's basketball, you're wrestling, they paused things for 17 days. And if you watch the Michigan-Ohio State game, wow, they did not look rusty at all. This team looked that Michigan's going to bring out on March 2nd. So what do you think about that matchup with Michigan? How do they contain Michigan? Because Michigan was shooting threes like it was their job on Sunday against Ohio State.
Michigan is a tough team. They have some bigs that can stretch the floor. They can play inside out. They have Isaiah Livers, who's a knockdown shooter.
He can shoot inside. He can shoot 12 feet. He can shoot from 3, everything.
And he played with on the AAU circuit with Chicago and kids. He played with Mean Street.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows IO.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Have the point guard who's from Chicago, who transferred in, grad transfer from Columbia.
Yeah, the transfer portal has been nice to Michigan, that's for sure.
And Jawan, he's from Chicago, Illinois.
So what kind of insight can you give me about what Jawan's thinking? Because you know Jawan very well.
Spoiler alert. Y'all thinking that Illinois is this and that. You guys are not really talking about Michigan as much because of the lockdown that we had with COVID. And we just politely going about our business and winning games. He's gonna get these guys so up for that game, especially if both teams are undefeated, from here on out, and they play that game against each other. It's going to be a huge game, and he's going to lay it all out on the table for them.
It's going to be a prime game on Tuesday, March 2nd, and then Illinois will end their regular season against a hot Ohio State team, who lost at home to Michigan on Sunday. So, I don't get me wrong. I like playing at the end of the season with something to matter, but my goodness, I want to go in with some kind of joy, some kind of. I haven't felt this good about an Illini basketball team in a long time, and I just want to continue. That's all.
I'm the same way, man. We had so many down years, and last year I thought was a pretty good year. They could have did something, but of course, the pandemic hit and shut it down. But this year, it looks like they're together. We got guys who put their name in the draft, came back. We added some new pieces, some young guys. They hungry, man. I think they're hungry. I think they do have one common goal. And I'm not saying any teams don't think like they got a chance to win, but I really do think Illinois has a great chance of winning the national championship this year.
It would be a good month to spend in Indiana from, say, March 3rd to April 3rd, 4th, 5th for the national championship.
Let's go. Let's go, baby.
All right, he's Marcus Liberty. I'm Patrick Quinn. You've been watching the Illinois Players Show on Fan Media Network.
To host a player show or appear as a player on a player show, simply create a profile on Fan Media's iOS app or website. Select your teams and make a short intro video on your phone. Show hosts, reporters, former players, and superfans can use our Get Verified feature and make an intro video as well, and our mobile newsroom staff will reach out.